So, Twitter user Jake Chinatown decided to go for the jugular and really, really brutalize Tectone. I would argue that Jake Chinatown is a bald phobic person. All right, and the things that he's done to, to Tectone that might classify as a hate crime. All right. I'm going to be honest. It's pretty brutal. What's going on here? Don't worry. It's just a random clip. So Tectone, I guess, when told by Twitch that you are harassing streamer Frogan, which he was, and I would guess, which this is what I said initially, that if you are explicitly, exclusively just going after one creator over and over and over again, and you have a larger audience, and you aren't attacking them for the things that they say, or you're not exclusively attacking them for the things that they say, and you're attacking the way that they look, and you're attacking them in ways that are fat phobic and attacking them in ways that are sexist. And there is no back and forth, which there was not. It's not like Frogan was farming Tectone in return. At that point, it's a one-sided harassment, which is probably what Twitch's perspective was. You are like going in on this woman who doesn't even talk about you, who doesn't mention you, who doesn't talk about any of your clips. She doesn't respond. And you're just basically harassing this smaller creator. And he decided, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to keep going in and going in and going in and going in and so on and so forth. And he alleges that they told him that he would get permud if he continues in his harassment campaign. This is an even better picture of him. Why are you laughing at the trauma of a child of a veteran? Why did this Imgur literally died on me? It was like, dude, I don't want to see that. How dare you? You know, his dad has cancer and you're laughing at him. You think this is funny? You think it's funny? You're fucking sick. You're sick. You're ill. As I said, despite him knowing that he wasn't allowed to, and despite him getting a temporary suspension for like a day or two over this targeted harassment, he decided, I'm still going to keep going. And he quote tweets a video where Frogan is talking about something about AB. And he says, what the fuck is that? Which is like, it's just such a bold move when you look like Tectone. It is such a bold move to insult the way other people look as Tectone. Like, it's so bizarre to me. So he keeps going. He keeps harassing her. They tell him like, hey, man, or he alleges they tell him, hey, we're going to perma you since you won't stop. So he gets on his Twitter and says, I am genuinely considering full swapping to YouTube if this terrorist propaganda isn't punished harshly and immediately on Twitch. My father, notice that he brings up his father. Brothers and soldiers did not bleed, sacrifice, and die for this bullshit to be allowed and promoted on Twitch. Let me correct this statement for you, Tectone. My father did not rape for this bullshit to be allowed on Twitch. I fixed it for you. Thank you. You're welcome. This needs to change immediately. And Hassan fired back at him, said, you know, oh no, what will anyone do if the bald pervert leaves the Twitch platform for good? Why did you assume this was about you, buddy? Is this because you know you're pushing terrorist propaganda, which is directly against TOS? Kind of weird, big guy. And this is sort of like a personal pet peeve that I have with people. It's not a good enough pet peeve to have on its own, but I think in combination with Tectone, it paints a good image of him. Every single one of these posts is filled with grammatical errors. I give a pass to people who speak more than one language to not know English or the other language very well or perfectly. But when you're claiming to be this like intellectual juggernaut and your only language is English and you can't even spell things correctly, it's embarrassing. Don't pretend to be smarter than other people when you can't even know the right yours. It's sad. Again, a moot point. The more important point is that he's a sex pest freak and he should be made fun of for that. But just sort of a side point that I wanted to bring up that I haven't seen enough people mocking him for, okay? He linked the Hassan clip in the replies, by the way, so Tectone is an idiot regardless. Don't worry, we'll get into it. Also, it doesn't even make any sense that, like, what? So if you aren't who Tectone is referencing, you can't quote tweet and make fun of him? Like, you can just replace Hassan with anyone else. This tweet still stands. Like, you can, like, Cutie could have made this tweet. Oh no, what will anyone do if the bald pervert leaves the Twitch platform? At what point does he suggest that he knows you were talking about him? Huh? He's just making fun of you. But whatever, it like doesn't matter. So, user Jake Chinatown decides he's had enough and says, actually, not enough people talk about the fact that you parade your dad around like this amazing war veteran. You parade your dad around on Twitter. You bring him on your stream. You talk him up like crazy all the time. And the guy's a fucking rapist, sex predator freak. This is about Tectone's father. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women.
One of the 8% that were prosecuted. The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded Fort Bliss's 31st Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 4.
How do you know that he's a sex predator? Considering that his ex-girlfriend published a statement about him and then filed a police report and has had to speak to a lawyer to issue a cease and desist against him. And that he literally was like, oh, they told me that like I wouldn't even make money if I won the defamation lawsuit against her, so I'm not going to do it. Not because I'm guilty and I'm lying and she's not, but because I wouldn't make money, which is total bullshit, by the way. But moving on.
14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women. 8 women that served under his command testified at great cost to their careers and their privacy. Colonel Robertson routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks, and encouraged them to look at pornography computer. Some testified the harassment occurred daily. Sadly, the military careers of these 8 women who bravely did the right thing are almost assuredly destroyed. A major who filed a claim against Robertson said, quote, "I don't know if my career was in jeopardy for doing the right thing. Who in the Corps who supported you is going to trust you in the future," unquote. Despite repeated warnings, Colonel Robertson also emailed pornography to friends and female subordinates. A lieutenant colonel who was the chief nurse under Robertson's command said his command style split the staff and created a toxic environment. What makes the defense's answer to all these actions? That all of these jokes and the touching were attempts to boost morale. How much more outrageous must the excuse become before we do something about it? So what is the punishment for someone in the military convicted of 14 counts of assaulting and harassing his subordinates who was assigned to protect? Is he sent to prison for being a predator? Is he stripped of his standing in the military? Oh, no. Colonel Robertson was ordered to pay a $30,000 fine over 3 months and spent 3 months in prison. Colonel Robertson will retire from the Army when he finishes his sentence. His conviction won't affect his Army retirement or his federal health insurance.
So this makes Tectone a predator? No, what makes Tectone a predator is the fact that his ex spoke out against him, actually did bring receipts, despite people continuously claiming she didn't bring receipts, and filed a police report against him, and filed a cease and desist against him. I think it's telling that he uses his dad as a way to fight people that he doesn't like. His dad, who he knows is a piece of shit, who he brings on stream, the father that he claims is a hero, when the guy is literally a fucking predator. Apple meet tree. But denim serving absolves you of everything. Duh. And let me just say, this is why I've said since day one, someone's veteran status does not change my opinion of them. I judge you based on your character as a person. Whether you served makes no difference to me personally, because there are huge fucking human pieces of garbage like Tectone's dad, that hide behind their veteran status
DNMK comrade
and say, I served, give me respect, I served. You're a fucking sex predator who went to prison on 14 accounts. You don't magically get respect because you're a veteran. I judge you based on your character, based on who you are as a person. I show a great deal of respect, most recently to Aaron Bushnell, unlike someone like Ethan Klein, who makes fun of him. I'm not going to show respect to your fucking sex predator father. Who you are as a person matters way more to me than your service. And it's insane to me that people try and pull this shit. And he knows this whole time, by the way, that his dad was this fucking freak. I feel very vindicated in saying that I will not immediately give respect to someone simply because they're a veteran, and I will give respect to people based on their character and who they are. This photo was crazy. People spreading this photo, you guys are wacky, wild. And I wish I was brave enough. But alas, I am not brave enough. Why is it always the loudest haters that have the largest skeletons in the closet, or in this case, the predators? It's a problem with ego. Unfortunately, someone like Tectone's also dumb, and he has a big ego, but the ego makes them think that they're untouchable and that nothing bad will ever happen to them. And so he has this giant skeleton in this closet, but he feels so untouchable that he's like, well, nothing bad's going to happen to me. It's not like anyone's going to ever expose me for this. I'll just keep bringing my fucking piece of shit dad on my show over and over again and hiding behind his service. And so I admit I was having some fun on the timeline. I'm just going to say, judge me by my enemies. All right? Judge me by the people who consistently feel the need to target and attack me. I have to keep explaining this because people keep saying this because they're not trying to think about why someone would be bringing up his dad. So I'll explain it again, as I imagine I'll have to explain it another 50 times. Which, by the way, Chatter, you should consider steel manning. It's really good. It makes you not have to type messages out like this. Tectone repeatedly uses his dad as a way to attack other people, despite knowing that he's a sex predator. Here is one such example. This is one of many examples of why or how he attacks other people. He says, my father did not bleed, sacrifice, and die for this bullshit to be promoted on Twitch. He brings his dad on stream all the time, despite again, knowing that this guy is a sex predator. And worse yet, the reason people bring up his dad is because this is a like father, like son situation where Tectone himself has been accused of sexual abuse by his ex, who has provided proof of these things, portions of these things, has filed a police report, and has issued him a cease and desist, which he has repeatedly ignored. He is also a sex predator, just like his father is. Okay, so you're just gaslight. Cool. You can just tell me that you're not capable of, like, listening or thinking, I guess. Tectone is also a sexual predator. What do you not understand about this? What do you not get? What is difficult to understand? What are you confused by? I just explained it. I don't know how you can still be lost. I know. What's your evidence for him being a sex predator? Just not refuting, just wondering what your evidence is. His father's actions are obviously appalling. His ex, Pink Chu, has spoken a lot about the incident and the incidents that she's experienced with him. The one piece of, because she has no interest in like relitigating this over and over and over and over again, but like the most damning piece of evidence against him is her saying that she was in a way financially abused, that she was expected to engage in certain behaviors because she didn't pay rent. And there's clips of him doing exactly that and berating her for such things. And that's not even talking about his disgusting comments about her, calling her a blowjob machine. And that's not including the cease and desist against him. And she also filed a police report. I'm a new viewer. It's cool that half the stream is explaining easily searchable things to children who are engaging hilariously bad faith. I mean, I think this chatter that we were just talking to, this one, G-Tan, I think that they were genuinely asking, which I think is fair. I think that's reasonable. Sorry, this chatter is still going. False equivalence, L. I literally explained to you the things that Tectone did that make him a sex predator, and then you just ignored it. You were like, well, that can't stop me. I can't listen. Oh, dude, keep denying that he has done anything. Just keep denying it. Yes, keep going. All right. He then thought the next good strategy would be saying, bro's going after my 75-year-old cancer-ridden dad because of an alleged sexual harassment claim from 17 years ago when I was 15 years old to try and paint me as a rapist. This guy is fucking psychotic. He must be upset because his best friend's on trial right now. Which I don't even know who the best friend is. Oh, is this like the Diddy thing? This is the most pathetic attempt at like a gotcha, I'm going to be honest. 1 million views, 5K likes. Oh, and I don't understand why he's doing sweeping right now. What is this? What is this? Alleged he went to prison for 3 months. Sexual harassment. He literally was assaulting women 17 years ago. Your Honor, he was only like 57 when he did that. When he was sexually assaulting women and groping them, his subordinates, when he was groping them, he was only 57 years old. He was only a little baby. It was so long ago. He didn't know that you shouldn't grope women. What the fuck? Oh my God. I don't give a fuck that it was 17 years ago. He was a whole ass fucking grown adult. What the fuck? He was an old man when he was doing it. Literally on C-SPAN. He was groomed into doing these things. You don't understand. And then the best part is like this bizarre like sympathy play that he thought that bringing up that his dad had cancer would change people's opinion of his dad. That suddenly because he has cancer, everyone's going to be like, oh, well, it's okay that he assaulted those women. Well, you should have told us. Huh? Cancer doesn't make you a good person all of a sudden. What the fuck? Well, what does this even have to do with this? What do you mean? I mean, I already talked about this online and everybody else can see this. That's why this tweet has 1 million views and 5K likes. It has to be awful being 15 and knowing your father's a foul person, but it's crazy that he took the wrong lesson. I think that once you become an adult, like when you're like 20 something and then you realize like you process that your dad's a fucking freak, your response should be, wait, you did what? Don't ever speak to me again. Don't ever speak to me ever again, you foul piece of shit. Oh my God. And what did he say? He downplays the fact that his dad went to prison, pretends like it was sexual harassment when it was assault, that he paid a $30,000 fine for it. And his next bold strategy was to cry like a little bitch. And I know what you guys are saying. Wait, Denim, that's like really mean. Like maybe he was crying because he was realizing this. He was just finding this out. I'm hearing this for the very first time, like that's not, it's not nice to do that. It's not nice to make fun of someone who just found out that their dad is a horrible person. And that would be true if he didn't know, but unfortunately he did know and didn't care. Check Tectone stream right now. I clicked it by mistake and the baldy is doing competitive racism, LMAO. I like everything you said, but I do worry that you're targeting bald people unfairly. And everybody knows the path of a baldy is that you either become fucking insane like Tectone or you become really fucking based like Northern Lion. If he genuinely learned better and tried to advocate against the sort of harm he caused, that would be one thing, but he's nothing like that. Yeah. Here is him 2 months ago.
You could do it. Your father went to jail for the same shit. Oh, really? Wait, tell me more, man. Tell me more. What else?
You told us to tell you more. What happened, buddy? You didn't want us to tell you more? Where'd the bravado go?
Who'd my dad?
Fucking munch it. Fucking dude. Can you not eat like a fucking horse on camera?
Oh, by the way, Genesis Santos, I deal with people like this on a daily basis, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yep. Oh. 5 women in the military accuse your father of... Really? That's crazy. You think so? What else? You wanna talk about my dead granddad too? That's the part where we usually go. We usually go from the dad and then we bring up the dead grandfather. Do we want to talk about my grandfather too or no? That's
Just like, I don't even know anything about the grandfather. Just like your grandfather's rapist too. It just runs in the family.
why he went to jail discussing vote. Really, man? That's interesting. How do you know so much? How are you so all-knowing, man? Tell me more things that I don't know.
Sorry, there's a chatter posting cringe. His voice is so annoying. And then this chatter says, have you heard Denims' voice? Yikes. Oh, I'm dying of cringe. Oh, dudes, don't post this online. You shouldn't post this, dude. It's like not good cope. It's not good cope. Not good, dude. This is like, just say I have a man voice or something. All right. That's what everybody else does. Just say that. But the whole like, I'm sorry, Tectone's voice is objectively more annoying to listen to than mine's. If only because he munches in his fucking microphone all the time. He has no audio control at all, so he just fucking starts screaming and breaking people's fucking headphones all the time. And at least I don't fucking do those things. Just say I sound like a man or whatever. That works a little bit better. Like, at least the cope isn't as bad. It doesn't work for making me feel bad because I always thought my voice was too high pitched when I was younger. And I hated that my voice was too high pitched. I was like, oh, I wish I had one of those really beautiful dark tinted glass voices that some women have. They're so lucky. They have such beautiful, sultry, deep voices. So if you want to attack me in a way that other people will believe you, you have to call me a man voice. But if you want to attack me in a way that might hurt me, you have to say my voice is too high pitched. That's what works. Just giving you a little play by play. You clearly don't like know how to insult people. I'm back. Oh, you're back. You definitely didn't hear any of that. What? Like this is cope on this dick. You are. You're coping on this cock, bro. You're coping so hard on my cock, dude. Get off of it. Ew. Gross, dude. Why do you self-censor? I don't know. How about your Twitch metrics are shit? Huh? What are you talking about? This doesn't even make any sense. Oh, you're on the rise, dude. You're on the fucking rise. You fell off, L. What?
More than a year. How time flies when you...
You're only ranked top 600 streamers. L. Fell off. Am I right? Am I... I like you look at my past 7 days. It's all up. Okay. I mean,
Denim's voice is my ASMR.
I don't understand. Wait, is it like across the board? Sorry, just take a look at this. Past 7 days, I'm up on everything. Past 30 days, I'm up on everything. Past 33 months, I'm up on everything. What? I guess I fell upwards? I don't know. Guys, come on, come up with some better insults, please. All right, moving on. I'm new to stream. I got banned out of Canute's chat for asking if Miskiff still hated black people and making fun of Tectone and his father for being sexual predators. Hopefully this community is better. You're a crazy chatter, but we're allowed to have some crazy chatters. You're definitely an out-of-pocket chatter, but listen, if you're capable of being funny, you can stay. All right. Moving on. This was the really amazing part, chat. This was the amazing part for me. After Tectone uses his own father as ammunition to get Hassan banned, and Hassan points out that Tectone's father's rapist with a record so bad that they named regulations after him.
It's less than 2 weeks since I said congrats on 100K, and now it's like 7K plus more.
I know. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for the 5 months. Tectone suddenly feels insulted and bewildered that Hassan is bringing up his father. This is the most cry bully shit I've ever seen. It's actually so pathetic that you bring up your dad all the time. You bring him up on your stream. You bring him on physically on your stream all the time and parade him around and use him as a human shield. And then the second people say, why the fuck are you even bringing your dad into this? The guy's a fucking rapist. What the fuck? You're like, I can't believe Hassan would do this.
Due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan, I suppose I will no longer
Famously, everything is always Hassan's fault.
be interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form.
And like the worst, this feels like a Heidegger skit. You're like, oh, he won't be interacting with his father anymore. Wow, that's actually really
I will
mature.
no longer be interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form on my stream.
I'm supposed to believe this is not satire. I'm supposed to believe that this is not satire. Why would Hassan do this? Brings up my dad so Hassan can get banned. Dad exposes rapist. Why would Hassan do this to me? I just like don't understand. I just wanted to use my dad to help get Hassan banned, and that was. I know I'm the one who brought my dad into it, but like really, this is Hassan's fault. Like, oh my fucking god. This video is a self-report, basically. Is this the, oh God, dude, I don't know if I can. I don't know that I want to watch this, dude. Like, I don't know if I want to watch a video of him having his dad on his stream.
What do you think about that?
Do it again.
I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch the two sexual abusers in a room being creepy. I don't want to do that. You ruined my day by showing me that video. Hey, that wasn't me. That was somebody else who posted that. Okay? Don't blame that on me. I have to say, Frogan posting this video, as well as a variety of other people.
Hey, you know they got your mans. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. The nigga you be hanging with. Oh, it's sex offender. And it was your mans. He was your boy.
They got your man's on sexual assault charges. Oh, fuck. All right, let's finish the video.
Or my content.
Good morning, Denims.
The past
I
24
hope you're
hours
doing well.
have been very shocking. It has been very alarming. And I don't really know what to think. I suppose, due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan,
I really can't get over that this guy is so stupid that he went on his fucking stream to cry about it because stupid sexy Hassan forced him to bring up his dad. I guess Hassan forced Tectone to make a tweet calling for the deplatforming of people like Hassan by invoking his dad. That's okay. And I really, I can't get over this part. I really can't get over this part.
I suppose I will no longer be interacting with my father in any
He
way,
is
shape, or
pretending to have
form.
emotions. How could Hassan do this to me, the real victim in all this?
I can't believe he did this. I can't believe he went on his stream and said this.
In any way, shape, or form.
It's like, oh yeah, in any way, shape, or form. Wow, that's really respectable.
On my stream.
On my stream.
Or my content.
Oh my god. I have no fucking words. I'm just like, this is just I have to say Slime put it best. He looks like the first bad guy in an action movie that gets a gun pointed at his wiener in a strip club in the back office and then rats on the bigger bad guy. I don't know anything, I swear. I'm just security. They don't tell me shit. You want Marco? His office is down the hall. Last door on the left. He does give like D-list villain. Oh my god, dude. And yeah, a lot of people being like, what does this have to do with his dad? First of all, he's the one who brought his dad into it to try and get other streamers banned. Why are you bringing up fucking freaks? What the hell's wrong with you? And then second, He's also a sexual predator. People bring up his dad to highlight. Where do you think he got it from? Where do you think he got the idea to mistreat women, to sexually abuse women? The fact that he said, I'm still going to talk to him, just not on stream, should tell you everything you need to know about how he feels about his dad being a fucking sexual predator. And Pink recently just tweeted out, actually, someone in chat just told me 38 minutes ago, I'm not a liar. God forbid a victim stand up for herself and say enough. And it's her talking about going to the police to file a report. Perfect to have you down for then. It will be at the same place as last time. Do you need the direction sheet again from the Austin Police Department Special Victims Unit? Yes, please. And here's her. She also posted again the document of her going and filing the police report in the first place. And she says here, I wasn't going to say anything, but that guy would not stop talking about how he wanted to have a relationship with a podcast member, made jokes about women being raped in Vietnam, and made me extremely uncomfortable. I tried to say something and was told it wasn't a big deal. He would say the women who accused him of SA in the military were liars, and I still can't believe he was allowed around other female CCs, including me, female content creators. The truth always comes to light. I hope those women know that they did the right thing. What a fucking sick freak, dude. So anyways, no growth. Yeah. Tectone brought him in when Asmund got banned.
Fuck Hassan.
Okay, guys. All right, guys. Hey,
Hassan a bitch.
it's been a great stream, boys.
Major fuck.
Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Hey, I'll see y'all next time.
And then there was one other thing with Tectone that I wanted to talk about. I'm just in awe at all of this, that any of this even fucking happened. That like, wait, I'm getting word of another fucking... Why are there so many bad clips? I wanted to find that one clip. I put it in my likes, but I've since lost it because there's so much shit in there. But the one clip of like his dad, not his dad, of Tectone talking about how, what men and women like on Steak and Eggs. If I found out that my dad committed sexual assault, I would have... And I found out I would never speak to him again. That he clearly doesn't care what his dad did is gross as fuck. Yeah. This clip.
Double Dash team. Tectone came over, him and Freem came over yesterday, and one of the first things Tectone says to me is like, "Sup, dude? By the way, my 17-year-old father thinks you're hot." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Ben, thanks for the 9 months. So, no, 72. Did I say 17? 72. 72. I'm sorry, I must have fucked it up while trying to do the Tectone accent.
Didn't Hassan visit brothels abroad? Same vibe, TBH. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I think that there's a big difference between visiting sex workers who are consenting to be there, who are getting paid for their work, and sexually assaulting and groping your subordinates in the military. I mean, dude, like, people will tell you who they are. You just have to believe them.
I thought guys liked crazy girls.
No.
See, the guys
think
that
they like crazy girls.
That's right. See,
I think it's the same for girls.
Yes.
no,
in some
girls
ways.
don't like crazy guys.
They like abusive guys.
Well, here's the difference, right? Is that like guys that have crazy girlfriends, you know, they get to tell stories about it. Girls that have crazy boyfriends, well, they're dead.
I thought
A crazy morbid note to end on, but this part.
The difference, right? Is that like guys that have crazy girlfriends, you know, they get to like crazy guys.
They like abusive guys.
Well, here's the difference, right?
Girls like abusive guys. People will tell you who they are. You just need to believe them.
And then the prostitute, that's Denims, right? Just trying to make sure I label them properly. Yeah, that's...
He literally can't go 2 seconds without attempting to be sexually degrading to a woman. He can't do it. Why? Because he's a fucking sex abuser. He's a sexual abuser, dude. People are telling you who they are. Believe them. And it's like, and people will always do this. They'll be like, yo, you have OnlyFans. Is that not literally, he's just spitting facts. 2 things. First of all, I don't do porn or nudity. Okay? Second, OnlyFans is not the same thing as prostitution. Third, why is he bringing it up? Use your brain. Really, really try to use your brain for the first time in your life. He's using it to be derogatory to women. He's using it to insult women in a sexual context. That's why he's doing it. Just use your brain. This man, motherfucker, tried to shadow box and managed to hit himself in the head.
That's them? Okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah, so what they do is they just lie fucking nonstop and they label every other person a criminal. And their stupid fucking audience believes it. I mean, like, legit. I want you, you know, I have a fun challenge. Try to find one person that Hassan and his orbiters disagree with that they have not labeled as a criminal. Try to find one. Try to find a single person. Try to find a single one.
Walking into this rake is crazy.
Guys, there's none. There's fucking none. Brother, I want to remind you, even Hassan was
Also, wait, technically, yeah, Asmongold is one instance of this. Or I haven't accused Asmongold of any crime other than being disgusting, but he calls himself disgusting. I don't think I've accused Asmongold of any crime. No, I don't think so. I mean, again, I call him disgusting that he lives in like a fucking biohazard. And if the next lab leak will be coming out of his home. So we're all on the same page here. I don't know that he would disagree. I don't know if the roaches that live in his home would disagree. But that's not a crime. I don't think I've accused him of being a criminal. Should it be a crime? Should it be a crime to have your house be in such a state of disarray as a millionaire? I think that, yeah. I feel like it should be. I feel like it should be a crime to have that much money and live in filth. But yeah, I mean,
trying to label Asmongold as a pedophile. Do you guys remember that? Yep.
Who? What? I've said the explicit opposite. We've all seen Asmongold's Twitter likes. I'm sorry to be vulgar. He doesn't like him flat. The guy's not a... I have explicitly said the obvious. All right? We all have seen his ex. He's not a... He's not.
You guys remember that, right? Yeah. I told you.
Hassan joked about Asmon being into lolly once. Oh, well, I disagree.
I told you. They label anybody. They label anybody with their sneak disses. And they write them off as jokes. But that's a dog whistle to their community to perpetuate those lies and attempt to destroy anybody else in the opposition. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
The walking into the rake is so good, dude. The self-own is so good. Isn't it weird that all of the people that Hassan and Denims don't like always get accused of being sexual predators? You said it, not me. And again, I've defended this to the ends of the earth,
that's
okay?
really about it.
I think Asmongold does a lot of bad things with his platform, okay? But one's if you've seen this clip, if you've seen this clip, two's if you haven't seen this clip. I said it since day one. The guy is the opposite of a...
Let me see. I can pull up and let me see if I can find it. No, not that. Let me see. Where the fuck was it? I saw X. Let me see here.
We're just gonna move on. It's like it didn't happen. Bro wants milk, okay? I respect it. We're not so different, you and I. Just kidding, we're very different. We're not so different, you and I. But like I said, not a... We'll defend that to the ends of the earth. Disagree 100%. Wrong. Totally incorrect. Again, and also, there are so many things you can complain about. Oh, he didn't say Asmon likes lolly. He said Asmon likes the lolly VTuber. And the Rev says Desu, which is true. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I don't think Asmon likes it because, if anything, I think it's a detriment to that guy that he has this weird fucking lolly VTuber. And I think if his VTuber account was, if the VTuber model looked different, he would have even more glazing by Asmongold. His audience, on the other hand, I don't fucking know. I can't speak for them. One last thing. I'm going through all my shit, all my tabs. And this was really funny. And please, God, let this happen. It would be so funny.
What's cool, though, I found out Hassan's uncle has a really cool website we're going to check out later. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a website Hassan's uncle wrote about where he was talking about how hot the women are in Miami and how hard it was to resist himself from having sex with every single one. That's great. So I guess we gonna talk about it.
Yo,
You know,
hope
we're
you've had
bringing
a
in
great day
families
so
here.
far, Reggie Comfy.
We're bringing in families. Yep. I know. That's his bloodline, right? That's his man's. That's his man. Cool website. You know what's cool?
Please bring Jenk on the stream. You don't understand, dude. As a content brain person, it would be hilarious. But also, Jenk would never associate with a freak like you, okay? He literally would not, okay? I mean, that's weird, but he wasn't groping anyone. Yeah, it's like guy talking about how he's excited to have sex with lots of women. This is exactly the same as my dad being a sexual abuser. It's like, what? Do you think that this is an own? Okay. Okay. Jenk just did an interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, that's different. He's trying to Jenk is trying to cozy up to like the Republican politicians to try and present himself as being reasonable and willing to talk to people outside of the bubble, the leftist bubble, and come to some agreements and make a couple concessions. That's different from him going and fucking talking to this freak, right? That's different.